Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2020 commencement ceremony for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences of Montclair State University. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Emery in the Department of Modern Languages and Literatures, and I'm delighted to welcome you. For your safety, we ask that you please wear face coverings at all times, stay 6 feet away from those not in your group, and follow instructions from our event staff. Please remain in your places until the conclusion of our brief ceremony. When the ceremony is over, our event staff will release you by sections in order to ensure social distancing, so please follow their instructions. We want you to enjoy this experience, so we also ask you to please silence all electronic devices. And now, will you please welcome the class of 2020 graduates from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Graduates, please rise as the academic processional will now begin. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the President of Montclair State University, the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, the Dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, and distinguished university faculty and staff.
Welcome. Please be seated. I'm Peter Kingstone, Dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. It's my great pleasure to welcome to the podium the President of Montclair State University, Dr. Susan A. Cole.
Thank you. Welcome, graduates, guests, family, to the 2020 undergraduate commencement exercises for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences at Montclair State University. Please rise for a recording of the national anthem that was sung last year in 2019 by Lisbelkis Santana, who was graduating that year.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glared, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does
Graduates, hello. It's so good to see you back on the campus of Montclair State. We promised that we would celebrate your achievements as soon as the governor said it was safe enough to gather in person, and here we are. These past several months have been a difficult time for you and for us, but we have marveled at your tenacity and resilience in the face of adversity, and we are proud of all that you have accomplished in your time at Montclair State University, including this last semester when you did not let the pandemic keep you from reaching your goal. As we gather for this most unusual commencement ceremony, we are buoyed by the bountiful energy and potential of the graduates whose achievements will be marked by the conferral of their degrees. As events of the last few months have shown, you are entering a world that has many important economic, social, environmental, governmental, and public health issues in urgent need of attention. And today, you join the next class of citizens prepared by your education to make a meaningful contribution to the hard work it takes to build a peaceful, prosperous, equitable, and just society. The education you have acquired has been in part to enable you to become the person you want to be in this world, but only in part. Its purpose has also been to enable you to become the kind of citizen that our nation and the world needs. The role of public universities such as Montclair State is critical to sustaining a free and democratic society. For to be a responsible and contributing citizen in a democracy takes preparation and it takes education. You have had the privilege of that education, and many people have worked hard to make that privilege possible for you, including your faculty and advisors at the university, your family and friends who are so proud of you, and many people who you will never know, your fellow citizens whose taxes help support your education, and many, many generous alumni and donors who shared what they had to support scholarships and to make educational resources available to the university for you. And now it's up to you, and you must let nothing stand between you and your future. In this time of fear, you must have courage, and you must never give up on yourself. At this moment, I would like us to pause to remember together some of your fellow students whose lives were cut short, who should have been here graduating with you, and who will never have that chance. Let us remember together Jose Fernandez, Pierre Apuente de la Vega, Corinne Gwaltney, Juliana Lee Kessler, Griffin Klaus, Christian Niles, Michaelis Powell, and Jeremy Thompson. And let us also acknowledge and send our collective best wishes to 16 of your fellow students who were called away from their studies and their families this year to serve on the front lines in the National Guard's COVID-19 response, serving at hospitals, nursing homes, testing centers, and helping to build field hospitals. They are Derek Alicorn, Edith Argueta, Melissa Castelli, Marcos de Leon, Mercedes Flores, Daniel Herrera, Alex Gennaro, Christopher Langell, Lucian Lloyd, Nolan Muganda, Alicia Pierre, Nicholas Ritter, Anthony Steiner, James Suarez, Diego Tanaka, and Victoria Viejo. We thank those fellow Red Hawks for their service to the nation. Class of 2020, you have been called the class of COVID. But as I have said before, you are not the virus. You are the cure. You are the cure. Now more than ever, the world needs bright, committed, well-prepared people who can take on the immense challenges we are facing. Your education at Montclair State has prepared you for this moment. I have watched you with pride this year and have seen that you have not been brought down by this crisis. On the contrary, you have been strengthened by it. You have been toughened by it. You have learned from it. And you are readier than ever to go out and make your way in this world and to fulfill your hopes and dreams. As we go through this ceremony today, I would like us to take a moment to acknowledge the many faculty and staff at Montclair State who have planned and worked to make this possible for us, to make it possible for us to do this safely. All the ushers and greeters and coordinators who made it possible for us to be here together today. Let's thank them, and wherever you are around, hear this. We are tremendously grateful for your work. And now, I'd like to turn our ceremony over to Dr. Peter Kingstone, Dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences.
Welcome and congratulations, Montclair State CHSS Class of 2020. I'm so glad that we could come together today to celebrate your accomplishments. We are so very proud of you. I want to first take a moment to recognize your families and your loved ones and to express our gratitude to them for the support and the sacrifices they've made to help bring you to this day. And it is a major accomplishment to get to this day. To get to this day, you've had to overcome so many challenges. Many of you have had to juggle work and studies, care for family members, manage difficult financial concerns, and of course, find creative solutions to parking on campus. And as if that weren't enough, the universe decided to give you a pandemic. To get to this day, you needed persistence, hard work, talent and creativity, and resilience. These are qualities that will help you and carry you throughout your entire life. But we are here at this specific commencement ceremony because you've chosen a major in the humanities and social sciences. So I want to particularly congratulate you for that. The humanities and social sciences are a diverse group of disciplines that use all sorts of different approaches to explore the fundamental questions of what it means to be human. These days, we hear so much about business and finance and technology, and some people out there ask, why study humanities and social sciences? What do you do with it? Who should study humanities and social sciences? Well, the answer is everybody. And here's why. One reason is you come to university to get a good job, and that's a pretty good reason. We know that on average, people with college degrees do much better in their careers over time than people without. And it turns out that people with humanities and social sciences degrees do particularly well too. While earning your degree, you've developed all sorts of skills, and we've helped you to become lifelong learners so that you can craft the most rewarding, meaningful, and successful lives and careers possible, whatever that may mean to you. But humanities and social sciences graduates do very well because it turns out that studying what it means to be human is fantastic training for complex problem solving and working with people in complex settings. And it's why all sorts of organizations, from nonprofit to government to the private sector, value our graduates, and why, regardless of their area of study, our graduates go on into all manner of work, including business, finance, technology, and many, many other endeavors. Your training in humanities and social sciences is valuable in today's world of work for another important reason. Our society is not only more and more diverse, but we are all increasingly aware of our diversity and its importance. Your humanities and social sciences degrees are also degrees in multicultural literacy. All organizations need people who can navigate in a truly plural society. As you forge your careers over the years to come, you can talk about your specific degree, you can talk about the practical or technical skills you studied, the experiences you had, but take pride as well, and don't be shy about promoting who you are as a graduate, specifically in the humanities and social sciences, and the strengths it's given you in understanding and working with people in complex and diverse settings. Those are qualities that are becoming more and more important in the world of work. So your degree is excellent preparation for your career, but your training in humanities and social sciences is about much more than preparation for a job. It's about becoming citizens of this democracy and helping to build a better tomorrow. As the world around us shakes and burns and we seem so focused on the things that divide us, the question of what it means to live in a truly plural, diverse society is more important and more urgent than ever before. So why should everybody study humanities and social sciences? Because in doing so, you learn to see, hear, and understand each other across our cultural borders and to look for our shared humanity. We don't necessarily have the answers. These are hard problems. But we teach you how to ask questions about who we are, how we connect to each other, about the society we live in, as well as the societies we want to live in. That ability to ask questions and to imagine new ways of being will shape you and guide you for the rest of your life. It will be a part of who you are. So we look to you to draw on your creativity, your talent, your resilience, and your training and the questions of what it means to be human, and to go out and help build a more socially just and truly inclusive New Jersey, America, and the world. From the College of Humanities and Social Science, once again, congratulations.
Now I will ask Provost Willard Gingrich to come to the podium and to begin the ceremony of the conferment of degrees.
President Cole, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled who have successfully completed the curricula offered by the College of Humanities and Social Sciences of Montclair State University have been so certified by the university registrar, and they are recommended by the faculty to be awarded degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments. I would also note that a number of these candidates have completed their certifications to teach. You will notice that some of our students have gold tassels on their mortarboards, signifying that they are graduating cum laude with honors, magna cum laude with high honors, and summa cum laude with the highest honors. Will those undergraduates who are graduating with honors and the families of those undergraduates please rise? Your family, friends, and fellow students join me in applauding your success. Thank you. You may be seated.
President Cole, it now gives me great pleasure to introduce the members of the May 2020 graduating classes who have successfully completed the university's requirements for bachelor's degrees from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please come forward to receive your individual acknowledgement? While you wait to cross the stage, please keep at least 6 feet of distance between you and those around you, and slide your name card through the slot in the plexiglass barrier to our reader. For health and safety reasons, we cannot shake the hands this year, but we applaud your achievements.
Alessandra Libertino. Madison Sample. Jillian Hampton. Zoe Rose Durkin. Katiuska Ernestina Mieles. Rosa Angelica Sanchez Perez. Chelsea Frias. Stephanie Elizabeth Spivak. Ariel Horta. Aaron Elizabeth Lubak. Aliyah Alexis Moreno. Vanush Sabah. Crystal Maria Perez. Gina Marie Lisa. Federica Pichero. Karen Sonnenwald. Amanda Marie Stein. Melanie Maria Regos. Elizabeth Ann Ocello. Sarah Elizabeth Gregor. Matthew John Tucci. Samaya Harakat. Natalia Quintero. Chelsea Lopes Carnicella. Tyler Abdi Moti. Gary Almonte. Dariana Odish. Vanessa Venegas. Christopher Ryan Jauchico. Matthew William Rivera. Paddy Oikan. Guido Balzer. Yvonne Roxana Reyes. Jennifer Gutierrez. Rania Al-Khalidi. Brittany Nicole Bonelli. Yara Al-Shamari. Laura Marie Nolte. Ronald Castillo. Vronia Zaki. Danielle Nosak. Gabrielle Nosak. Riza Marie Menendez. Jordan Joseph Glenowitz. Faith Valentina Pula. Nasira Yasmin Wright. Rochelle Shirlene Esther Hercules. Kendra Meade Frankie. Nua Azwabi. Natalia Campagna Morera. Lisa Noesi. Catherine Alice Abner. Sofia Fuentes. Julia Zeman. Sherelle Crystal Hill. Mary Hubbard. Jean-Yves Breffo. Christopher Kaye. William Reginald Davenport. Stephanie Fernandez. Yoel Sebastian Gruyong Sipit. Fatima Tanko.
Before we confer the degrees, I just want to take a moment and acknowledge and thank some of the people who've joined us today on the stage from the faculty to celebrate with you. First of all, my Associate Dean, Leslie Wilson. And someone else you may have encountered, our Associate Dean, Jessica Brandt. And then from the Department of Philosophy, Kirk McDermott. From the Department of Linguistics, Eileen Fitzpatrick. From the Department of Anthropology, Peter Siegel. If you were at the virtual convocation, you know that Peter plays a mean harmonica. Doesn't have it today. Sneaking and hiding down below and volunteering from Classics and General Humanities is Tim Renner. And last but not least, our fearless leader in all sorts of important things, Elizabeth Emery from the French department. At this point, will all the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? Will the families of the bachelor's degrees candidates please rise with your graduates? President Cole, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. In addition, those members of the graduating class and who participated in a teacher preparation program, completed their academic majors, a professional sequence, and the appropriate examination are certified and qualified to teach in the public schools in New Jersey.
Thank you, Dean Kingstone. And ladies and gentlemen, I know it's hot. Masks on, please. You look just as beautiful with them as without. Thank you. Are you ready? All right then. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey and the Board of Trustees of Montclair State University, and in recognition of your achievement in fulfilling the curricula prescribed, I confer upon you as earned the designated bachelor's degree with all the rights, duties, privileges, and immunities thereunto appertaining, of which the diploma is the written witness. Congratulations, graduates. I'll ask Provost Gingrich to join me in the undergraduate tassel ceremony. When the provost signals with the mace, you will move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your mortarboard. Ready? And there it is, the class of 2020. Please be seated. This concludes the Montclair State commencement exercises for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. I would ask everyone to please remain seated until the recessional is complete. Graduates, when it is time for you to recess, please remember to stay 6 feet apart and follow all staff instructions as you exit Sprague Field. To our guests, thank you for coming on this rather warm day and joining us here. It was we are all delighted to be able to have you join this moment with your graduates. Guests, for your safety as well, please wait for our event staff to release you section by section. Everybody, stay well, be safe, be brave, have courage, and congratulations. Enjoy this moment.